It's been one of the most highly anticipated cameras from the Sony line. It was announced far back in October, and surprisingly, Sony released it a week early in December. It's the predecessor to the Sony A7 III. If you're ready, this is the Sony A7 IV. Let's get on with the unboxing and first impressions. So I have here with me the Sony A7 IV, and it's kind of pretty light. And let's go on and see what's in the box. So we have the usual user manuals here. Nice leather straps. I think this year's they're using like sustainable paper, trying to help the environment. So it's not the usual plastic, it's all recycled materials. And this is the power brick. The battery. And this is the USB-A to USB Type-C cable. I guess this is for charging. And another thing I'm noticing this year is more like Sony was just stripping down cost, or just going cheap, and they just gave only the charging cable and no charging brick. So I guess if you're new to the Sony system, you just have to figure out how you're going to charge your camera. And one more thing, this can also be used for web live streaming, or your webcam. So you plug it directly to your computer and you're good to go. This is the camera. I wonder why they packed it this way. This is the camera we've been waiting for almost 5 years, if not longer. It's the Sony A7 IV, as you can see it up here. Yeah, almost looks like that of the Sony A7S III. So we have some new dedicated dials here for photos. Dials here, if you can see it. Dials here for photos, video and S&Q. And you have your usual custom buttons here. C1 is here, C2 is here, and C3 is here. Then you have the usual regular buttons here. And now Sony has given an extra dial here for extra customization. So the Sony A7 IV has all the looks and feel of the Sony A7S III. And it's almost the same body, but some of the buttons are kind of realigned and customized in a way to make it more user-friendly in the A7 IV. The record button has been brought to the top. You have your mic jack. You have your dedicated section for headphones, where you plug in your headphones. You have the area here for the USB-C and also the micro cable, and you also have a dedicated port for a full HDMI port. A full HDMI port. So almost the same as the A7S III. Batteries, you have the same battery from the A7S III. For the SD card, you have two SD cards. You have two slots for SD cards, and on slot 1 you have the CF Express Type A slot. So it's 2 card slots here, two for SD cards and 1 for CF Express. What are the features that impressed me with the A7 IV that made me go for it? It's by far the best right now, as we speak, the best hybrid camera you can have if you are one person just like me that shoots photos and videos. and you want to be able to switch automatically, because this camera also has dedicated settings for both videos and photos. So you want to be able to just by one click switch to videos, and by another click switch to photos. And I know one other camera that has this feature is also that has this type of arrangement is the Fuji X-T4, if I'm not wrong. What made me go for it? It has a 33 megapixel camera. The A7S III that I'm using to shoot this video shoots at 12 megapixels, and it can also shoot photos, but this with 33 megapixels you have enough room to crop in or expand and do whatever you want to do with the pictures. And the files, though large but not that as large as the Sony A1, will be able to give you crisp and sharp pictures whenever you want them. It has the latest Sony chip, the BIONZ XR image processing engine, which is also the same one, if I'm not wrong, that is also on the Sony A1. It can shoot up to 4K 60 at 10-bit 422. It can shoot 4K 60, but it's cropped in at 1.7 or 1.5. And well, for me that would have been a problem, but in another way I thought of it and I said, okay, I could get a wide. I have the Tamron 17-28, so if I use the Tamron 17, it will crop it in, but it won't be that bad because the Tamron lens I have is a wide angle lens, so it will crop in, but it's just for me to reframe my angles and be able to get whatever B-rolls I want to get with 4K 60. It also has a 4K 20, 4K 30, but you have the full oversampled 7K full frame at 4K 30, still 10-bit 422, and you have a real-time eye autofocus for human, animal, birds, which is available in photos and video mode. And you have the S-Cinetone S-Log3 HLG. It has a low noise image with ISOs up to 204,800. It has a 15-stop dynamic range, 5-axis in-body image stabilization, and active mode for handheld shooting. And you can shoot both in RAW and JPEG up to 10 frames continuous shooting with autofocus. You can transfer files fast with 2.4 gigabyte or 5 over Wi-Fi, or 10 gigabyte super speed with USB 3.2. Also, another nice feature that is also going to be good with this camera, especially if you're a gamer or someone who does live streaming on YouTube or any other platform you stream at. Live streaming at 4K 15, which I think is an awkward one, but also you could do 1080p 60 internal recording, meaning you could record while you're doing your live streaming. You could also record internally through your SD card. So you also have the movie formats in XAVCS, XAVCHS, and also SAVCSRI. Another thing is that the Sony A7 IV has the same menu system as the Sony A7S III. So if you're a Sony A7S III user, the Sony A7 IV would come in very familiar, and it will be easy to scroll through and understand the menu system. I think the new menu system started being used from the A1, the Sony A1, the Sony A7S III, and now the Sony A7 IV now has the new menu system. So if you had those two previous cameras, the Sony A7 IV will come in very familiar because the menu system is intuitive, easy to use, and way better than the old Sony menu system. So I'll be putting it to test and seeing all the things it has to offer, and we know if it lives up to the title of being the best hybrid camera of this time. We'd wait and see. Give this video a like, share it, and also subscribe to the channel. As much as I have time, create more content around the Sony A7 IV and other gadgets that may be coming my way. So till next time, it's peace.